Hey everybody, I'm here today to tell you that my brick wall is falling apart and here's how I am going to fix it. So once again, the topic of this video is me telling you that my brick wall is falling apart, as you can see right here, and here's how I am going to fix it. So let's take a look and I'll give you an overview of what's happening here. So this is one of the brick walls on my home. So this is essentially, without showing you too much or giving you too much information, this is the back of the house over here. As you can see, this is the back of the house, and under this porch right here is the what I call the cantina, the cellar. Okay, so it's just like a cold room essentially. And the previous homeowners, when they sold us the house, he just told me I need to reseal the top because water sometimes drips inside. So I did. I resealed it and no water drips in from the top. But what I did notice as I got out here is that they had put a whole bunch of like asphalt, I guess, over here, and then they had put some sort of like really thick sealant type of caulking along here. And essentially, I think what the neighbor, the current neighbor, that lives next to me, he knew the previous owners of this house, and also he knows me now, and he told me that they were experiencing some water troubles here, so they kind of just did like a makeshift solution to it. So we've owned the house for about 3.5 years, and I noticed about last year that it was starting to crumble just a little bit along here. And then I left it because I said, I'm going to fix it, but I'll leave it for a year. It's okay. And this year, it's gotten to the point where, as you can see, it's literally just completely falling apart. So I'll tell you what my short-term solution is and my long-term solution. Okay. So there's these big trees here. I'm probably going to end up taking this one down, but this is a big cherry tree. I'm not going to take this one down. But essentially, what's happening is a lot of the water ends up going this way, and the backyard is graded away from the home, but just this section here, right, because of the trees and the roots, is going that way. So the water ends up sitting along the edge of the brick wall. And as you can see, where they had originally done this, it actually separated, and there's all this dirt inside of here, so the water just sits there. So my short-term solution is very simple. I'm going to knock off all of the old parging, as you can see that's coming off, and I'm going to reparge it, with the correct bonding solution, to make it stick. I'm going to reparge it, and I'm probably going to go a little bit higher just because I'm going to have to go onto the brick a little bit. As you can see right here, we ended up doing a little bit of work on the chimney, and my old contractor, my contractor, not old contractor, but my contractor at the time, sorry about the sirens in the background, I live close to a fire station, so sometimes, in the middle of the day, you'll hear them go off. But anyways, he had some extra parging and extra cement, so he just ended up reparging this just quickly. He did it as a favor, just like a quick job, because he had extra material. And as you can see, that's already coming off too, because I believe the interlocking is graded that way ever so slightly. So essentially, my short-term solution is very simple. I'm going to end up reparging this whole thing over here. I'm going to regrade the interlocking properly, and I'm going to regrade the lawn a little bit this way. And I was going to originally chip all of this stuff up, but to be honest with you, I'm probably just going to end up putting some patio stones, some pavers, sloping them away from there. And that's my short-term solution. At least for this year, to prevent any, we don't get any water in there, luckily, but I know it is eating away at the stone, and I get some efflorescence inside, so I know that the salt in the water is kind of making its way through. In addition, and you can see over here, I just noticed this right now, actually, that these bricks here are chipping away, I guess because of the water dripping down there. I'm going to have to address that too. But in the long term, I'm probably going to end up digging it all up and just waterproofing this whole wall and maybe refacing this wall. Although it's going to have to be something different because, I can't match the brick of the rest of the house entirely. But essentially, that's the short term and the long term solution. In the long term, I don't know if we're going to end up. Sorry, a fly just literally flew in my mouth, or a mosquito or something. I don't know. Anyways, in the long term, I don't know if we're going to end up, rebuilding the house or doing a massive backyard renovation. If that's the case, which probably eventually will be the case, then I'm going to end up, just redoing this whole patio completely anyways. So, and that might be within, maybe 5 years, give or take, when we address that, either a rebuild or a massive backyard renovation, not done by myself, done by a big crew. Anyways, that's essentially, I just wanted to show you what was happening here. And like I said, it's gotten to the point, I'll openly admit, it's gotten to the point where I need to address it now before the winter. I need to take care of this, because also I live in Canada. I live in Toronto, specifically in Etobicoke in Ontario in Canada. And that's, the snow ends up sitting along the wall here, and that's what eats away at it even more. I also think one other thing, after I reparge it, I'm going to end up just getting some more sealant just some like industrial or commercial grade like caulking basically, and just going along the entire thing to at least seal it and hopefully grade it away. Yeah, that's basically it. You know, essentially, I just wanted to show you what was happening in my backyard, one of the things. And yeah, I mean, hopefully you enjoyed this kind of little explanation. If you have any pieces of advice, please drop them in the comment section below, because yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of going by what I think I need to do, at least temporarily. And in the long term, it's obviously going to be a lot more work, but at least for now I can reparge it, so it'll last a year or two, you know, before it potentially starts chipping away again. Yeah, and hopefully it lasts longer, but you know, at least I'm hoping for a year or two. But that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, whatever video explanation, whatever kind of video you want to call this, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.